Welcome back to 100-Bit Plays Sonic
Part 2.
Part Dos. And here we are still in Marble Zone. One of the still slower levels. Sad to say for the second level it drags to this, but
Go back to Green Hill.
in a manner of speaking, we will, into places like a Starlight Zone and a little bit of Scrap Brain if you know what you're doing.
I will be looking forward to, what is it, Sonic Generations?
Sonic Generations Green Hill, that's one way to do it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's one, definitely, but we're not going to be getting to that game for quite a long time.
I mean, I'm not the biggest Sonic the Hedgehog fan, but you put Generations in front of me and, hey man, I'll play it. It's one of the few Sonic games that I actually thoroughly enjoy. Like, 100%. I mean, there's parts of actually, I don't even want to mention 06. There's parts of, Sonic Adventure, the first one, where I'm just kind of like, I'm going to go back to something else now. Play Ratchet and Clank or Bastion or something. But, Adventure 2, it does a really good job of consistently keeping me captivated and everything. And then, Generations, though, is just, to be honest, for me, it takes the cake. It constantly keeps me, happy. Even with all the, little mini games that you have to do, like side missions and stuff, in order to get the world keys.
Definitely. And, it's a usual opinion. Consistency is not Sonic's strong point when it comes to the franchise as a whole.
Not at all.
We'll be seeing it throughout this channel's lifetime. We'll be seeing the roller coaster that is the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. It's ups, it's downs, and it's all arounds.
A whole lot of it's downs, though.
Ups if you know where to look, and
with a magnifying glass.
Yes. And now, but what's interesting here is that once you look at it from this year, which is 2014, you notice a couple of things that you didn't notice before when it came to Sonic being a competitor to Mario. For example, Mario was very early on getting level tropes kind of established and set. For first world being a grassy world, second world being desert, snow, island, and magma and stuff like that. And Sonic, during its production, while it was trying to emulate his popularity, they definitely didn't want to follow a lot of his same tropes. For example, the second stage here is I guess I want to say a Roman, Greek castle? Overgrown castle?
You know what? No, actually, I think it's closer to Pompeii. A Pompeii kind of style where it's, there's Greek and stuff like that, but it's also on fire, melting, lava
and then, boom,
everywhere.
A city that is a part... I get factory casino out of this, to be honest. I'm not sure how it's a factory casino.
Bong, bong, bong.
Yeah. I can't really establish what the trope is, especially its name doesn't help me. Spring Yard Zone. There's a lot of springs, but
I don't see a yard or a zone.
I see the zone.
No. You know what's interesting about this game, though, too? If you look at the backgrounds to the games, you see it progressively getting more nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Green Hill Zone, it looks, kind of morningish. Right now it's at sunset. We're in the third zone, or stage.
I remember they were trying to emulate the sense of progression by having, the more stages you go through, it's going to get deeper, or later on in the day. It makes you feel like you're going on a big grand adventure that's going to take all day.
Yeah,
or an hour.
I never noticed it until somebody pointed it out to me. They're like, hey, did you know that, it gets darker? I'm like, what? No.
Then you look at the background, wait a minute.
Yes, it does. Oh my god. I owe someone a nickel.
And, what is it? With this game, I'm trying to look at it through the point of view when it was released in 1991, and I remember hearing a lot of impressions about the game looking great. So, graphically,
I mean, for me, this definitely beat Super Mario 3 graphically. If we're gonna talk about
graphics. I mean, in a sense, from 8-bit to 16-bit, yeah. What I don't hear a lot of is at least me personally, I don't hear a lot of Super Nintendo comparisons as to how the game sounds and looks. I know Genesis, at least when it comes to its sound, is known for what's called the Genesis twang, and you hear it in especially things like Spring Yard Zone and Labyrinth Zone, where the music's doing what a Super Nintendo sound chip can't. But graphic-wise, obviously we can't compare it to what we have now, so I can't I can't live off of 8-bit products and look at this and go, yeah, I think it'd be amazing. But graphically, what would you think it would be on a scale of 1 to 10 for 16-bit games in general?
Okay, well, I mean, for 16-bit, when I'm comparing it, you know, obviously I'm going to compare it to a Mario game, Super Mario World. And Super Mario, yeah, it had a lot of really cool, you know, things going on, especially like the scenes where, you know, you're doing the casino or the roulettes or whatever, and, you know, you're navigating through the world. And to be honest, this for me beats, you know, Super Mario World. Audio-wise, I find myself, you know, enjoying the heck out of, you know, the Sega's sound chip. I find myself listening to, you know, people's, you know, fan-made versions of songs, like for instance, you know, Final Fantasy songs that were done using the Sega Genesis's, you know, or however you say it, Genesis, you know, its sound chip. And a lot of that, my most prevalent one, my favorite one, is, you know, the DuckTales The Moon. I love the way it sounds using the Sega Genesis's, Sega sound chip. That console sound chip. And I just love how it sounds. It sounds great.
And I definitely agree with you. And as a 16-bit game, I definitely think it's up there, but I will, like most people can vouch for, the sequels definitely do a better job visually of making this game look good. But as of right now, if you were going fresh off of Mario 3, if you were, I guess, rich enough for a Genesis but not rich enough for a Super Nintendo, then this would definitely blow your mind compared to what you just saw in Mario 3. And Mario World, I know what Sonic the Hedgehog as a game was utilizing what's called blast processing in order to get these graphics to operate as they do, but after playing it, Super Mario World just feels a little too static for me when it comes to its level looks and stuff. And I know that might be what its theme it's going for, but it just feels too frozen and static. And
you play this level, now you wait, and now you play this level. Where this game, it feels like, you know, you play level, and then it loads up the next level, and then you're constantly playing that level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as compared to, you stop, and now you are choosing your new world, and now you are going to your new world, and now you are running and hitting blocks, or, you know, and 9 times out of 10, killing toads.
Yeah. It just feels a little bit more expansive. Which, you know, obviously this game put Sonic
on the map.
Put Sonic on the map and started the whole competition. And as most people can probably still see today, you can see why with what it was able to pull off.
I mean, heck, you know, genetically and stuff like that in the medical field, stuff gets named after Sonic and, you know, Eggman and stuff.
Robotnikton.
Yeah, Robotnikton. Just because that's how much of an impact this game franchise made on the world, like, entirely. I remember reading an article about from 1993 or something like that. I don't remember. But it was saying how better can these graphics get? You know, granted, this is before the Nintendo 64 and everything, so I had to give it that. And then once it went 3D, everybody was like, "Oh my god, the 3Ds!" And then, you know, now we're going almost photorealistic. You know, people are still keep asking that question, and I'm like, would you stop asking it and just play this game to find out? Because to be honest, it's up to the programmers to how the limits they could push the console specs to.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when the original Dead Rising came out for the 360. You know, that was a big reason why 360s back in the day red-ringed, because the processor was demanding too much because it was trying to put too many characters on the same screen. Now, other games actually put more characters and stuff on the screen, but they don't demand so much from the processor because, you know, these programmers are getting crafty. You know, they're crafty sons of guns. You know, they're getting better, and that's the thing too. When you're talking about how, you know, through the franchise's cycle, how the graphics get better, it's because these programmers that are, you know, playing this game, you know, programming the game, setting everything up for it, they're getting better.
No doubt. And a lot of people blame, some people put blame on consoles and hardware, stuff like that, and
you died.
Yeah. Sad to say. I left that one in there. It feels silly, but it is actually fairly easy to die here. And for those that don't know, above this area right here, bottomless pit. A lot of people, throughout the level, the game is kind of telling you, like, if you've fallen down, there's a nice pit of springs waiting for you. But here, you get rudely interrupted. This is a bottomless pit.
Yeah,
Stay here.
Everywhere else, you're bing, 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 happy fun time, and then you get here, and now you're dead.
And yeah. And with this, those shards will hurt you. Do not touch them. In a world that's taught me that after the item's broken in video games, the shards mean nothing. No, they'll hurt you.
Oh, you know what else I just noticed? You don't have any rings, buddy.
No rings.
You're going in this thing ringless.
No ring.
You need some rings, man.
To be honest, the bosses in general for this game, they're not terribly hard. First timers, definitely, you'll have to take a couple of hits for him to realize, but they have a very set pattern. They'll have only one, maybe two attacks. Even the final boss caps out at 2 attacks.